What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. And I'm going to talk about after finishing third for MVP, LeBron James faces hurdle in quest for a fifth award. The best player on the planet. Those six words have been used to identify LeBron James so frequently over the past several years by NBA players, coaches, and media that if you put them on a postcard without anything else in the address line, the correspondent would likely arrive at his Akron area estate, and yet he won't need to make room there for another MVP trophy. This one is going to California, to Stephen Curry. After last season heading to Oklahoma to Kevin Durant, this follows James' run of four MVP awards in 5 seasons, a run interrupted only by a third-place finish behind Derrick Rose and Dwight Howard in 2011. This time he finished third behind Curry and James Harden. With five first-place votes, his fewest since getting one in 2007 and '08 season. 12 second-place votes, 52 third-place votes, 32 fourth-place votes, and 12 fifth-place votes. He was left off 7 ballots. For the record, I voted him third as well, with the same order of Curry, Harden, James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis, in which the candidate finished. Following Monday's shoot-around in preparation for Game 1 of the second round, reporters asked James whether he was disappointed. And I quote, "Disappointed," James repeated, smiling. "No, not disappointed. When I saw that yesterday, if I was on social media and my phone was on, I would have definitely congratulated him a lot. I think it's well deserved. I mean, you see, first of all, the team success. That's the first thing that popped out. The franchise record for wins. The franchise record for home wins. I think they even broke at 39-2. And he the calculus of that whole ship. He had an unbelievable season. It very well deserved. And it's always great that another kid born in Akron, Ohio can win an MVP too. So I like that. Nor did it take him or anyone by surprise. BasketballReference.com MVP tracker, which is based on a model using previous voting results, projected James to finish sixth with just a 4.7% chance of winning. That model couldn't even account for another variable, that James, unlike his peers, is always measured against his previous achievement prior to being measured against the most recent one of others. And this season, he played his fewest games, 69 of any non-lockout season. Shot his lowest percentage, .488 since 2007 and 8, and committed the most turnover per game, 3.9, while playing the fewest minutes, 36.1 of his career. With those factors, placed behind the leading man of two top teams in the West is entirely explainable, nor does it diminish what he did accomplish in Cleveland this season, doing no less than transforming an organization. Still, in the context of James' career, the vote does raise a couple of questions. If James didn't win this season, when he started the season with several circumstances in his favor, when will he win another? If he ever does, and does he still have a chance to win two more and catch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time record of 6 trophies? While it would be short-sighted to rule that out just because James came a bit short of ruling the NBA most recent regular season, he clearly facing some headwind in that chase. Start with age. James is still extraordinarily spiry and has the intellect, and diversity to aid gratefully. Even so, history isn't especially encouraging. He turned 30 this season and will start next season at nearly 31. Curry just turned 27 in March, making him the 47th winner in the 60 years of the award, who was still in his 20s. Abdul-Jabbar turned 30 just 5 days after the 1976-77 season ended, a season for which he won his fifth of six MVPs. Then 3 years later, he won his sixth, making him one of the only 9 men who have won in their 30s. Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, Steve Nash, and Wilt Chamberlain did it twice, while Magic Johnson, Julius Erving, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Bill Russell also did it once. Eight, eight of those 9 are in the Hall of Fame, and the now retired Nash, while not widely deemed quite the caliber of the others, will likely join them soon. James belongs in that company, so it's not like he's incapable. Still consider that the likes of Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Moses Malone, and Oscar Robertson, all winners in their 20s, did not accomplish it. Then start to consider what voters do. Voters, tip, voters typically like win jumps. The Cavaliers were assured of making an enormous leap as soon as James signed last off-season, and they did, from 33 to 53 victories, a much greater improvement than the Heat, a more stable organization, made after James arrived in 2010. As their total increased from 47 to 58, James didn't win that season, largely because Rose Bulls won 62, and even though James led the league in win shares as well as win share per 48 minutes. Cleveland, like Miami in 2010-11, finished second in the East, even further behind the leaders, in this case Atlanta, but the Hawks didn't have a candidate. Instead, James was beaten in the voting by 2 players in the West. That's one of the other factors working against James. He in the weaker conference, so he may lose ties to those with similar accomplishments in the West. But even if the East greatly improves, and even if the Cavaliers progress enough to take the top seed, there's no way they make another season over season jump of 20 games. Not unless James misses most of one season due to injury and then returns to full health in the next. And what if Kyrie Irving, just 23, continues to get better? It's likely he will get more of the credit. That can be overcome. After all, James won in 2011, 12, and 2012, 13, while playing with Dwayne Wade and Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant won last season while playing with Westbrook, but Wade missed 30 games in those 2 seasons, and Westbrook missed 36 last season. Very little that voters like more than a superstar storm, while his sidekick absence would seem to have left him in the lurch. So unless Irving is injured, he may help pad James' win total but cut into his vote total. Then there's the tendency toward voter impatience and the it to anoint the next it guy. That helped Rose in 2010-11 and certainly it helped Curry this season. Though it's hard to quarrel with the latter candidity, not only as the best player on by far the best team. Most wins by any team since the 2006-2007 Dallas Mavericks. Curry posted a traditional and advanced statistic, top in the NBA in win share per 48 minutes, ahead of Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, Harden, and Westbrook, with James 12th, and top in value over replacement player, ahead of Harden, Westbrook, Paul, James, and Davis. He undoubtedly deserves it, and maybe David, who led the league in player ethnicity rating and just turned 22, will be equally deserving when he becomes a made man by the media, winning his first MVP. But there's no question that day is coming soon, with Kawhi Leonard and John Wall among the others currently gaining steam, and Harden and Westbrook, especially if Durant leaves in 2016, likely to remain valuable options, especially for those who felt they should have won this time. So what's in James' favor? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you guys on the next one. Peace.